Hey there, welcome to another weekly tarot reading. This week I have a question for you. Are you going to embrace the change, or are you going to choose to be in your comfort zone this week? I know, embracing the change isn't that easy. There are common challenges that people face when embracing the change. For example, loss of control, fear of failure, overwhelmed by a lot of options, because change would obviously normally comes with a lot of options. And we could feel vulnerable because we do not know what the change will bring. It's, stepping into the unknown, right? So I understand that embracing change isn't that easy, but are you going to choose that? And if you do, let's see what's coming for you in the week of August 18th to the 24th, because tarot is another way where we could get an insight in the future as to what to expect and how to basically navigate through situations by making a conscious decisions and navigating through the challenges and the situations that come through. So with tarot, we're going to see what is the general energy for the week. Next, what's coming for you in the week, messages from your higher self, advice from your higher self, and the good stuff. Okay, so let's get going here. I know, a few cards already popped out, but I wasn't ready. But yeah, we'll take any that falls now. Okay, so here we go. The first one, ooh, the 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. So that's the general energy, which is great. So if you have a wish, you know that you are in alignment, and this is going to change for you because your wish is going to be fulfilled. Then next we have the 9 of Wands. This week, I've done a few readings, and this card is coming up quite often. It seems that you're kind of tired, and you're putting boundaries to certain things, or maybe these are the challenges that you worked on, the ambitions that you've worked on, and now you're kind of tired with it, and you're still resilient, and you want to move ahead and work with it, is what the card means. But we'll see, because this is what's coming. This is a card in the position of what's coming. So you may need to put boundaries, is what I'm getting here. Okay. What else? Oh, messages from your higher self, which is the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so this could mean that your higher self's been telling you you're almost there. Don't give up now, because you're about to get the reward of the hard work you've been putting in. So it's not the time to give up now. And the cards that are pulled so far that align with each other. We'll get into that in a moment here. Oh, and what did I just say? A lot of options. Okay, and that's in a position of the good stuff. Okay, now let's also pull some clarifying cards to see what messages are unfolding here. Okay, this one's popping out, so I'm going to take it. And it says 4 of Pentacles. Now, this card means that you are holding on to something material, or we'll get to that in a moment here. There are different meanings of this card. Material attachment, letting go of something that you're attached materially to allow the abundance of the universe. This could also be budgeting, saving, and all that good stuff. Okay, next we have the 4 of Swords. Prayers answered, or just taking a break, needing to rest. And again, it's clarifying the 9 of Wands, which is saying that you're tired. So this literally means that you're tired and you need rest, you need a break. Okay, and to clarify the 7 of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles. You need to ground yourself, nurture. Ooh, this is getting interesting. Pretty much aligned with what we are looking forward to, and what I thought the reading's going to be. Okay, and then we have the World. I can't just make that up, right? Endings and new beginnings, a lot of options, embrace the change. Wow, this is great. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so starting off with the general energy, which is the 9 of Cups in this reading. The Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. You are in alignment of what you wished to be a reality. And now you're in alignment. The Spirit is saying that your wish is coming true. Since we're doing this reading for the August of 18th to the 24th. Yes, I'm pretty sure. So you could expect some kind of wish fulfilling this week for you. And the clarifying card here is the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles showing up as clarifying to the Nine of Cups is in order for you to have this wish fulfillment, in order for you to be in alignment to your wish fulfillment, you need to, I'm getting that you need to let go of something that you're attached to materially and allow the abundance of the universe. Because what you're holding on to, I'm getting that you are very much attached to this material thing and you're not wanting to let go of it. But the universe has been telling you that if you trust the abundance of the universe and let go of this attachment, you are basically putting out a signal to the universe that you trust in the abundance, and it will in turn bring you this wish fulfillment. So whatever is this material attachment is for you, I would suggest you let it go. And since this is a general energy of the reading, the clarifying cards has just been telling us that when you let go of this attachment, it will definitely bring you the wish fulfillment, the wishes that you've got. I'm also getting at the same time that you could be saving or budgeting for something that you want. You may be budgeting for maybe a vacation or something that you materially want, maybe a product, a place you want to be at, something that you want to buy for yourself. And I'm getting that your wishes is coming true. So it could be small, it could be big, but know that your wishes are coming true this week. Next we have what's coming. We have got the Nine of Wands. Now, as I mentioned before, that since this card is in what's coming position for the next week, these could be the challenges or ambitions that you have of your own, but either you're tired of chasing these ambitions or you're just tired working alone by yourself with all the challenges that you have, and you are, or maybe it's just the boundaries that you're putting in here. But I'm getting mostly it is that you're tired with the challenges that you're dealing with currently, and the next week you're going to be feeling tired about the challenges that could come through next week. And the clarifying card here, it's telling us that you need rest. So make sure to take enough breaks and rest in middle of doing tasks. And this is a card of your brain to actually take rest, not just physically taking. I mean, it's great to take rest physically as well, but you also need to give your brain some rest, because if it's exhausted, the body is just going to feel the same way the brain's been feeling, right? So also give break to your brain. Now, I know there's a Japanese way of putting out the maximum productivity is by working 25 minutes, taking a 5-minute break. Again, working 25 minutes, taking a 5-minute break. So if you want to try this out in the next week and see if that works for you, I mean, I've tried it, it works, it definitely works. Every 25 minutes of work, then a 5 minutes break is a best way, I think, to go through your day if you are into a physical activity, or you're just sitting at a desk and working out thousands of emails and tons of files to work on, and your brain's constantly running and trying to solve things. This could definitely make you feel tired, and the card's been telling us that you need to give your brain some break and body as well. So one method that I could suggest you here, I mean, you might have something of your own that you follow as rituals, but for taking breaks, obviously. But this is another way that you might want to try this week. New things always works better. So 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break, 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break. Follow that and see if that helps you get through the next week without exhausting yourself. Next, we have Messages from your higher self. And this one here, Seven of Pentacles, the man looking down at disappointed into the amount of reward he's been getting after all the work that he's been putting on. And I can understand, and I definitely understand if you're in this situation, it is very discouraging. We put out the work with all our hearts and expect something to come in return, which would at least reward the amount of efforts we put in to a certain task. And if we don't get certain rewards, I'd be feeling the same way this person's feeling by looking at just that one pentacle coming across with the amount of work and effort he put into its work, right? But since this card is in your advice from the higher self, it's telling you that, yes, it is definitely discouraging, but this is not the time for you to give up. Because when I get, me personally, when I get to this feeling of, maybe it's not giving the output I want, sometimes I would just quit the task if that's not something out of my passion, or, I'm just doing it for the sake of it. But if this is something that you are pursuing, and if you have all I'm trying to say is, if you have some long-term goals with the efforts that you're putting into the subject, then your higher self is telling you this is not the time to give up. And I'm pretty sure it's something that you have been working on since a long time, and you've put in a lot of efforts, and that's the reason why this card's out. And your higher self's confirming that you're not supposed to give up just yet. And maybe you were just thinking to give up on this, and this card's coming to tell you, maybe it's your confirmation that you're not supposed to give up on this. Because the clarifying card to the Seven of Pentacles is the Queen of Pentacles. And additionally, what your higher self is trying to tell you is that you need to ground yourself. You may be in some kind of illusion with the Seven of Pentacles. Illusion as in, you may be, as I just mentioned, you may be, in an illusion that whatever hard work you've put in, it's not working. Maybe it was just an illusion or whatever. And the higher self is telling you that you basically need to ground yourself, because what you're thinking now is actually an illusion, because what's coming is the Queen of Pentacles if you keep following the path that you're on. And the Queen of Pentacles is abundance, nurturing the material world, the material abundance, which is money, house, cars, anything material. And Queen of Pentacles here is just there nurturing it. So you could be in this position if you don't give up on something that you've been working on, and the spirit, your higher self, is telling you that it's not the time to give up yet. Okay, and here we go. There are options, and that's in the position of the good stuff, which is great. So, and the clarifying card here is the world. The world basically indicates that something major is ending this week. So in the week of August 18th to the 24th, something major is ending. A cycle, maybe a loop. Something is ending. If you take a closer look, you will know. If you ask yourself now, ask yourself a few times this week and probably in the next week as well, what's ending, and you will see what's ending for sure. You may know this subconsciously, and that's why I'm asking you to ask yourself more. So subconsciously, what you know will come out in your conscience, and you'll be able to see what's ending consciously. So once that ends here, you would have a lot of options. And with that said, the Seven of Cups here in the good stuff is that it's good that you have options to choose from, whatever is this for you. But you also need to be aware of choosing the right way. So don't pick anything that's glittery or you're standing out, or don't choose emotionally. I would say, don't daydream and make your choices based on daydreams. Okay, evaluate what's real for you and go for your decision after you've evaluated all the possible options and you are sure that this is going to work for you in the long term. Okay, so don't just choose based on something that stands out, it's glittery, it's beautiful, it looks great, and all that. dive deep into the options, see if it works, if it really works for you, see if this is the right option for you, and then move ahead, because there are new beginnings. And I'm pretty sure that there are. This is absolutely destined. And you may have illusions with these choices in front of you, but don't choose from a place where you're just emotionally happy in that moment, and it just stands out for you. And evaluate each options, see what it's got to offer you, see how reliable it is, see how long term can you walk with it, weigh every pros and cons before making that decision. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull an oracle card for you, for us. This is a collective reading, so it also implies on me, and I'll see what's ending for me in this week. It could be anything, but with a major arcana here, I'm pretty sure it's something major. Cycle, maybe. Something's ending. And then you will have a lot of options, and you already know what to do with it. Okay, so the oracle message for the week of August 18th to the 24th is last quarter moon in Gemini. Clear your mind. Exactly what I just said with the 7 of Cups. Clear your mind before making any decisions. Okay, now let's see what this oracle message is according to the Moonology book. Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. Last quarter moon in Gemini. Okay, so last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind. Fretting is always sweet sounding word for feeling anxious. Fretting is a sweet sounding word for feeling anxious. Drawing this card suggests that you or someone close to you is fretting. As you already know, this won't help you to move closer to your goals as it seems. As you already know, this won't help you to move closer to your goals, as it means you're directing thoughts and energy into what you don't want rather than what you do want. Deliberately manifesting a goal comes from a happy place, where you feel good. So focus on making a list of your concerns and then talk them through to clear your mind. This is far more likely to bring good results. Great. Something I wanted to share as well. Okay, so the card's talking about clearing your mind by jotting down things that probably is bothering you, or jotting down the good things and focus on these, and clearing your mind that way. The best way I've known, and I've done it myself, is everything is energy, right? Whatever you're feeling is also an energy. So what I want you to do is, if you're feeling anxious or not happy, okay, anything but not happy, I need you to take a pen and a book, or a piece of paper is fine as well, and transfer your energy by writing down your feelings into that piece of paper. And keep writing until you make peace with it, as if there's nothing more to express about the feeling that you have. So for an example, I get like the 7 of Pentacles. Let's take this one. I said that you're not feeling great about the efforts that you've put in, or we've put in, and we're not getting the results. Okay? And our higher self is telling us that it's not the time for you to give up yet. But just because the tarot is telling you that, maybe you'll follow, maybe you won't, and you will end up giving up. Okay? But in order for you to really understand the message and move past the feeling that you have with the 7 of Pentacles here, what you need to do is you need to acknowledge that negative feeling that you have currently, and you have to get rid of that. You have to make peace with it. And how would you do that? The first step is to acknowledge the feeling. If you acknowledge the feeling, if you acknowledge that you are feeling disappointed in the results for the efforts that you've put in, so take a pen and a piece of paper, write that down, and keep writing it down until your feelings are still real feelings and you feel not happy with it, okay? So keep writing it down, maybe 2 pages, 3 pages, half a page, maybe a page. Okay, once you've written all your feelings down, and when you know that there's nothing else for you to write, just tear that piece of paper and then burn it safely. Okay, just make sure that you don't start a fire and you need to call emergency services, but burn that piece of paper securely, and just within 2 minutes from that point, observe yourself. It's magic. I'm telling you, it's magic. You won't have that feeling that kept bothering you, and you will then be able to move forward like your higher self's telling you, that it doesn't matter. Whatever the results are so far, don't worry about them. just keep going forward. Okay, so just do your part, and that's when it'll change. It'll all change. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull 2 more cards here. Tarot Oracle leaf cards, Oracle tea leaf cards, fortune cards. Okay, so we have got the ant here. First one here, work, achievement, success. So be aware of this. It's coming. It says work, achievement, success. It's coming. So, like I just said, not the time for you to give up yet. The wall. Misunderstanding. So that could be something that you are misunderstanding. And you need to acknowledge that there's something, maybe it's a whole misunderstanding of the idea of this project that you were on. You're working, result didn't come. Maybe you misunderstood what the project was, and you're improving now by letting go of whatever were the results and moving forward, because it's not the time for you to give up yet. Or there could be some kind of misunderstanding this week. So you need to make sure that you filter everything before you jump onto any conclusions. So don't let yourself misunderstand anything before validating anything, and jumping onto conclusions before validating anything. Okay, so my dear friends, that was all for this week. I will see you all in the next video. Make sure that you do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, hit the bell icon for notifications, letting you all know that I'm going live this week and every single week after this week. So if you have any questions, feel free to pop into that live chat and I will answer your questions one-on-one. All right, then I will see you in the next one. Definitely enjoy your week. Have a good one.